Hi, this is Joe Adel from Frankfurt on Foot, and today we're going to come inside the Deutsche Orden Kirche. This is over in Alte Sachsenhausen. It's really called St. Maria's, and it's quite old. The church as it is today is built in 1309, but they made it kind of Baroque in the 1700s. But it's really, really pretty inside. Let's go take a look. We'll just go down the main nave first. As you can see it. They do services here in German and in Croatian. A lot of the stuff here is original. It didn't really burn down in the war. It didn't suffer a lot of damage. Up here we've got this beautiful organ with our Teutonic Order Knights on the left, slaying the dragon. St. George is their patron saint. And his life story is over here on the left. These are done in the Nazarene style. And there at the end. They got this thing here blocking it. Got this beautiful altar. And the windows are new, of course. Let's go back and do the baptism chapel, and we'll do Elizabeth's story. So this baptism chapel, the ceiling, they wanted Dürer to paint the ceiling, and he wasn't available, so it's kind of done in the style of interesting ceiling. So there's Mary. So the church is dedicated to her. This is called a Mandelion. It's not Veronica's Tuch or Veronica's veil. It's called a Mandelion. It's pretty similar. I've read up on them, but I really can't tell much difference between them. And here in the Monstrance, they do have a piece of the cross. There's one of 4 churches in Frankfurt that have a piece of the cross, but they're pretty small pieces. St. Christopher here. No, it's John the Baptist. Gosh, I'm sorry. What made me think it would be St. Christopher? Can you tell I'm not Catholic? I don't know. I think I know my saints, and then it seems I don't. So this is St. Elizabeth. If you go to Marburg, the cathedral that's there is hers. So she's Elizabeth from Thuringen. And like at age 14, she got married and went to live with her husband, but she was always, she always took her jewelry off when she went to church, and she made her maids take their jewelry off too. She was always praying, and then her husband died. She was quite young. And her husband's parents kind of made her leave the house. So she left the house and she set up a hospital, and she was made a saint within a year or 2 after dying. So she's a pretty popular saint in Germany. And there's a pilgrimage route called the Elisabethenweg. Elizabeth Way that you can go on. So I do think these candle holder things are pretty old, these silver candle holders, and some of these pews are quite old. And I love this door over here. I think it's gorgeous. So let's look at some of the altars. This church, as opposed to a lot of the churches that are in Frankfurt and the city owns all the churches in downtown Frankfurt, but they don't own this one. This is still owned by the Deutsche Orden. So they still have like little hospitals and stuff and clinics down in the Holy Land. And that's what the Teutonic Order Knights was set up to do, was to take care of pilgrims and crusaders in the Holy Land. That was their job. So if you look around the borders here, all around here, these angels are all holding instruments of torture. I don't know if you can make it go ahead and zoom on your computer, but yeah, it's pretty gruesome looking. Now, Christmas time, they have one of the largest nativity scenes I have ever seen in my life. It fills up this whole area back here. I don't know, about 120 some pieces. This beautiful crucifixion scene, and we'll go over here to this one altar. So this is Mary. She's handing Jesus off to her mom, Anna. And this is the oldest wall painting that we have in the city of Frankfurt, because it was built or painted at the same time the church was built. So this dates back to the early 1300s. Now, until just a couple years ago, it was really, really dark and dirty, and the church had to raise their own money to get it cleaned. So it looks pretty nice now. These altars over here look like they could stand a cleaning too, because they're just really, really dirty. I mean, you have to think they've probably got centuries of candle. The dark smoke from the candles was all over these, because that's what lit the churches. So in this little altar over here, this is a Teutonic knight, and he's saying his vows, and then these are all, he's confessing to all of these sins here. So I don't know if you can read it or not. I can't read it, but yeah. To be a Teutonic order, to join the Teutonic Order Knights, you had to be really, really pious and religious, and just be a good person. So I'll take one last view of this beautiful organ. This organ is quite Baroque and dates back to the 1700s. So this is Jo saying goodbye. Thank you for subscribing and watching my videos. I appreciate it so much. We'll see you for the next video soon. Thanks. Bye.